We are under contract. The sellers accepted your offer. Now you're officially under contract on your new home. This is obviously really exciting, but there's still a list of things we need to do before closing. And this is another part of the buying process where having a great agent is crucial. You know, there's a lot of moving parts before closing, each with their own deadline. So it's important that your agent is very communicative and gives you clarity around what your next steps are. First item on our list is delivering your earnest money. So think of this like any other deposit, right? It's pretty much a show of good faith to the seller saying, hey, I'm fully committed and fully intend on completing this transaction to close. And don't worry, this is not an additional cost. This actually goes towards your closing costs, and it's also listed in the MLS. So we're gonna know that amount before even writing an offer. Next up, reviewing title documents. So this really requires no work on your part. Typically the seller selects the title company. They will go through, examine the title to the property, make sure there's no issues like some additional name listed as an owner or a number being wrong in the address. After that, you'll review any HOA and seller disclosure documents. So basically, if there's anything in those documents that makes you want to back out of this purchase, you can do so before the deadlines we've established in the purchase contract. Then in some cases, we'll need to do a survey of the property, which basically just confirms your property boundaries and make sure there's no encroachments on your property, like a neighbor's tree hanging over your fence, things like that. But if you're in a condo, for instance, and it's a larger building with multiple units, chances are you're not gonna need that survey. Next up, I'll help you schedule an inspection and an appraisal. So with the inspection, basically it should uncover any potential issues with the property that weren't listed on the seller's property disclosure. And then the appraisal is basically a thorough analysis of the property's market value. And this is primarily for the lender to make sure that they're not loaning out more money than the property's worth. And there's a lot more we can discuss between the inspection and the appraisal, but we can save that for another video. So anyway, we have just a few more items before we are clear to close. One of the last items to check off your list is purchasing homeowners insurance, which I think it's pretty obvious why that's important, but the key here is to purchase the right amount of coverage. Some people don't have enough coverage, and some people pay for more than they actually need. Then, the second to last item to check off your list is reviewing any due diligence documents from the seller. So these will basically cover things like work orders for any repairs that were done on the property, or user manuals for big ticket appliances like your washer, dryer, things like that. Basically, the due diligence document should give you that much more clarity around the current condition of the property. And last but not least, coordinate your closing. By this point, you'll already be connected with the title professionals. And this is really just a matter of coordinating the best time and location for your closing. The closing date will be established already in the purchase contract. Okay, I know that sounds like a lot, but I will be there with you every step of the way to make sure that you're clear on everything and that you're meeting all your deadlines. And on top of that, my transaction manager will also be there to make sure that everybody's in sync and no deadlines are missed. Her name is Gretel. She's amazing, and she was actually recognized as the Support Person of the Year by the Denver Metro Association of Realtors. So, long story short, you're in good hands. Now, there's only one thing left between you and homeownership: closing day.